Restaurant Unstoppable. Inspire, empower, and transform the industry.
And that's when I decided I liked the back, because I had to seat people and deal with customers and stuff, and I was just awkward for me.
Yeah, get into that. I think this is really important. I think it's important to kind of touch different parts of the restaurant to see what lane you belong in. So what was it about the back of house that resonated with you?
Well, I think you're in your own private space to begin with, and up front, greeting people at the door, seating them, which section you're going to put them in. You really have to be pretty smooth and think on your feet. And at that age, 18, 19, 20 years old, I was not that person. And I couldn't wait to get back into the kitchen. Some shifts I was up front, some in the kitchen. And this was LSU. So the busiest days were obviously LSU football days. And in this little kitchen, one day, I rocked 700 covers with a helper.
Wow.
And got a great big pat on the back from the owner, a manager. And that sense of accomplishment, and it was so smooth. That sense of accomplishment, I think really, although I didn't realize it at the time, is what we as chefs take away from our job each day. When you know you've crushed it and everything went well and you made people happy, you take that home with you.
Yes, I love that. I'm curious, what is it about the back of the house, or what is it about you that excels in the back of the house?
Well, I think to be successful in a kitchen, it's not about making, one great meal. It's about doing it hundreds, thousands, tens of thousands of times. But it's what I call doing the dance. It's an orchestrated operation where I call it Frank's 3 T's: taste, timing, and temperature. All of those things have to be on point for a dish and a service to be successful. So you have to, some people have an affinity for mechanics of motion, for instance. They're smooth in their motions. They know where this is and that is, and the muscle memory gets developed, and they're just dancing. And others have to work at that a little bit. And that's when I think there comes a time, I've had young chefs here work a station for 3 months and say, okay, what's next? And I say, well, you've done that dish 100 times. Ask me when you've done it 1,000 times. Because you get good when you're not thinking anymore. It's just like a football player. Great college football star gets drafted in the NFL, a linebacker. And his first year, he's struggling. He's making mistakes. He's getting beat. And as they'll tell you, he's thinking too much. It hasn't become natural yet. But with experience and repetition, that player will get better because he won't have to think so much. He'll be following his instincts and react naturally. And the problem with repetition is that it's boring, and some people don't embrace that for what it really is. And in our jobs as chefs, repetition is the deal. Things change. Maybe staff changes, menu changes, specials are created. But it's the act of doing it over and over and over again that, if that doesn't bring you joy, change it up.